Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Last couple of days of 2018. Before I start, big shout out to everyone in the community. If you've got locks and you've got bloody wrenches and picks and all that, and you're one of the community, big shout out and Happy New Year, and I hope you have a great 2019. I'd just like to have a little shout out back to my first year of Locksport. Thank you very much everyone for welcoming me into the community like you have. I feel very welcome. Really appreciate the correspondence I've had with a lot of people in that. Met some great new people, made some great new friends, and thanks very much for that. And everyone who's watched and commented on my channel, the start of my journey, thanks very much. As I probably go along, shit'll get more and more weird, knowing me, but anyway. Stocklocksunday, ABUS 7240. I got in the recent package from William Mansell, who's really one of the bee's knees of the Locksport community. Very experienced and skilled type of picker. Multi-talented bloke, and very generous in the same breath. He gave me this in the giveaway, and I just thought before I'd pick it, we all know Dark Arts lock picking. He's like the Australian Bosnian built. He's doing his reviews and that now, and he's really taking care with the way that his camera and his angles and that. He does one of the best gutting angles I've seen. Dark Arts lockpicking, if you haven't seen them. But he's right into Predator. Now, if Predator had a lock, we go, which way there? If Predator had a lock, this would be it. Look at the Predator lips in there, look. Like a Predator in there, green with Predator lips. Look, I reckon he'd love these locks. Big Predator fan he is. Anyway, alright. Let's have a crack at getting in here. I've got a weird way of attacking these. I've had a couple of runs at this model, not this exact lock, I mean different 7240s by ABUS, and they can be real tricky getting them into their false set. There is a false set in them, and when you do some locks in your false set, you're actually picking the last pin. The spool is what's left over because you've got everything else out of the way, and then the core slides into that big cutout that's the spool is. On some other pins that are very fine and they've got, other stuff working beside it, sometimes that's not the same thing. On these I've found that if you get the false set early, it can help you out. And one of the things that I do to do that, I push everything up, mash it, just bully it, don't take any care in what it is. I release off the tension, and then I go back in there looking for that pin that's going to give me that false set. And if I don't get it, I just mash them back. Oh, I think I just got that false set there accidentally. I'm probably going to have something just there. It is. Oh God, that's some fine counter rotation there. Oh, where are you? And voila. Yeah, it's I don't know what's actually inside them, you know, what type of pins that are in there. It's just something that everyone's got their own way of skinning cats. But sometimes trying to pick down the line and trying to get that into a false set, you know, to knock out what's at last. I mash them all up, even though some will feel like they're set. I'll force them up into the Bible and then release it real quick and slam the tension back on it, and end up finding that the stuff that wants to go down shoots down real fast, and the stuff that wants to stay up there stays up there. And it can be something that can speed that process up. Not to say and just continuously sit there and mash pins up and reset and look for the pin and it'll happen. But sometimes on some locks with some bitting and the order of pins, it can be the thing. On these 7240s, it seems to help me in knocking them out. Yeah. And the old Sparrow's Glide, high lift glide pick are awesome for getting in there, because you've got top of the keyway with the doggy tension wrench gets in there fine, and then you don't have to fight that warding at all. You just line it dead center up at the bottom and pick from the bottom. Yeah, so that keyway doesn't really, that warding doesn't get in your way at all. It's kind of useless, all that predator lips in there. Anyway, Stocklock Sunday, last one for 2018, and looking forward to 2019, meeting new people and fun new things, and for me in particular doing my producing that I do for live music events. I'm going to try and go bigger again. Got some plans for some really good gigs, so yeah, gotta pull my finger out and get some of them on the roll. But I hope everybody else has got some good plans for 2019. If you haven't, pull your finger out, because life's about living. Anyway, yeah, wish us all Happy New Year. Thanks very much for tuning in, and if you want to subscribe, I'll remind you now, you better do it. And I'll see you next time. Thanks very much.